Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're tired, I know you're thirsty, and all these people all around the world that have streamed in and are watching us as we speak are probably just dying to go over for a cup of coffee, but I want to know something. Are you ready for the main event of the evening? Thank God for that, because I've just ruined my voice. The main event of the evening will be contested in the featherweight division and fought over 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing firstly, fighting out of the red corner, representing Boxing Squad, Miguel Haro. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, representing BKK Fighters, Steve Aimable! This is the main event of the evening and is sponsored by Big Cars.
Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed the action here tonight at BCMMA 13. It's finally time for the main event of the evening. Miguel Santa Muerte Haro in the white shorts taking on England's own Steve Aimable in the black with white trim. Of course, Josh, this was supposed to be a featherweight title contest. Miguel Haro, unable to make the 145-pound limit, came in at 146 and was unwilling or unable to cut the remainder of the weight.
It seems strange to think just that extra 1 pound for the chance at taking the title, but that's where we find ourselves.
Both these men have some high-level experience early in their MMA careers. Both have fought on Cage Warriors. Steve Aimable fought out in the Middle East very early in his career. Haro has challenged for domestic titles elsewhere in the UK as well. And after a promising start to his MMA career, is going through a bit of a rough patch right now, and he's going to be looking to turn that around against a very capable young man from BKK Fighters in Steve Aimable.
Aimable with the center of the cage. Good low kick there.
Nice striking combinations from both men to kick this one off. 3 rounds in the professional featherweight division.
Both staying very composed, very crisp on their strikes.
Haro representing France's boxing squad team. Actually Spanish by birth is Haro, but currently living and training in France. Aimable obviously training with the likes of Jack Mason at BKK Fighters. The UFC's Arnold Allen also training out of that camp.
Aimable's changed level a couple of times and thrown shots to the body. That's an excellent low kick coming behind the hands from Haro. No check from Aimable, he just eats it on the thigh. You can see a little bit of reddening for both these gentlemen on their legs so far.
Very impressive 5-fight winning streak coming into this one for Steve Aimable. Haro looking to get back on the winning track after dropping a contest to Paddy Pimblett last time he was in action. And a nice straight right hand there on the end of that combo from Aimable.
I think what I liked about that combination so much was it really was dead straight. Both punches straight down the pipe, finding the target, and Aimable's doing a good job controlling the center of the cage here.
Aimable doing a good job of keeping his chin tucked when he moves forward, forcing Haro to crack that one on the top of the skull rather than the face. Big takedown from Steve Aimable.
Well, that's what you call committing to your drive on your takedown, but
absolute bulldozer there from Steve Aimable.
Few moments of explosion and he finds himself in a pretty safe position in guard. Haro holding on here. Closes his guard, relinquishes the grip around the head. See if he looks to attack at all here or if he's going to work for a stand-up.
Both men showing a high degree of technical proficiency on the feet. Let's see what happens on the mat here.
The leg out for an armbar here, and it's of course it's hooking your elbow over the glove that helps you get that grip. Good knee to the body from Aimable.
Got to be so careful and so accurate with those jumping knees to the body when you're attacking a downed opponent. Can go wrong very easily through no fault of your own. Aimable spot on with that one. Josh, we've seen earlier on this evening just how much damage a well-placed knee to the body can do.
Certainly did. Good guard recovery from Miguel Haro. Back to close guard. Last 10 seconds in, you've got to think that big power takedown in this top position has probably given the edge to Steve Aimable in this round. All things pretty equal on the feet, it has to be said.
Finishing nice and strong there was the Englishman. And I tend to side with you on that one, Josh. A first round in the bag for Steve Aimable there. Just by a whisker, perhaps, with that big takedown at the end.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a similar pattern throughout the next round as well. Clearly, both guys very comfortable on the feet. Neither, finding the mark with enough power to really worry their opponents. But Aimable knows that if he commits to that takedown, he can get it and he can score the points with it and maintain that top position. So I really would expect a very similar pattern to the next round.
Here we see Theobald Larcher in the corner there with Miguel Haro, victorious earlier this evening against Tommy Maguire in a real back and forth contest. Miguel Haro looking to keep the winning momentum in his corner against the hometown fighter, Steve Aimable. Touch of gloves and we're underway for the second round.
Good check on that opening kick.
Bit of a slip there from Aimable. Oh, a huge head kick from Miguel Haro. And Haro charging forward.
What a combination from Haro. Interestingly jumped up. I can't see the grip he's got on the neck here. Well,
Didn't
it pops
quite
out.
have it, Josh.
He gave up the takedown knowing that it was his shot at getting the neck, but what an opening combination from him. Couple of high kicks, couple of punches. Really had Aimable backed up. Unpleasant, smothering hands.
And credit where it's due to Steve Aimable there. What a fantastic recovery. Took a couple of big kicks, some punches too, and was able to power his man back down to the mat and retain control. Giving him a few moments to clear out the cobwebs perhaps there, Josh.
Yeah, I'd love to see Miguel Haro actively try and stand back up here. We saw in the first round he just tied up his opponent, looked to keep the fight fairly static on his back, but here it'd be great to see him try and stand up with some impetus very quickly.
Well, as the clock ticks down, Haro's going to have to do something. He looked impressive there on the feet momentarily, but it's on him to work to get it back there. Goes for an armbar, just as we say that. And Haro looking to get back to his feet perhaps here, Josh.
Slip up from Aimable.
And let's see if Miguel Haro goes back to the well with another head kick, and he does.
Yeah, finding the arm and the shoulder of Aimable that time. That left high kick's the one that's going to have the success. There we go. Again, it's straight up the open guard side of the Englishman.
And perhaps Haro's thinking now that he may have found a chink in the armor of his opponent.
If anything, it's going to take some pop out of the explosive striking of Steve Aimable.
Haro's been very swift with his strikes when he's let them go. Nice boxing from Aimable there, though.
Yeah, doesn't want to get too static and give Aimable a chance to push him up against the cage. Oh, good wheel kick.
Quick short back and sides there for Steve Aimable with that one. And again, that kick comes up from Miguel Haro, who really is going to the well with these leg strikes now. Snap jabs from both young men. Haro just 23 years old. I don't believe that Steve Aimable is that much older, if at all. Nice front kick there from Haro.
The kicking game is starting to show the difference between these two on the feet. Aimable's landing some good single strikes when he gets in. Just seems like there's a bit more of a varied threat from Haro at the moment.
Another big takedown from Steve Aimable, almost a mirror image of the one from the first round.
Yeah, he does such a good job of rotating his opponent in the air when he gets him up, and you know, now he hasn't got to deal with a guard at all. He's got a really good, solid side control. But can he stop Haro from
Powerful
turning
punches
over?
from Steve Aimable there as Haro looks to get back to his feet. And Haro's corner willing him back.
See if the knees come in. There we go.
Not a good position for Santa Muerte to be in. Aimable unloads and then immediately switches to scoop his opponent's legs out from underneath him. Haro looking uncomfortable here, Josh.
I was going to say, some slight grimaces on the face, and Steve Aimable trying to turn this around here.
Aimable going to work with these short hooked punches, trying to go around and under the guard of Miguel Haro. Haro hanging on for dear life. And it's over. Steve Aimable.
Oh, and it was a shot to the body. Haro is suggesting maybe his rib is broken.
Steve Aimable with the TKO in the second round. And as you say, Josh, I believe it's the rib of Miguel Haro that has been injured there. Perhaps one of those body shots, or maybe even that big takedown.
I think it's a huge power takedown. I think that's where the fight turned for Steve Aimable, and we saw it in the first round when he committed, got in underneath his opponent so well, cleared the legs, spun him all the way over. And you can see just the damage you can do with a slam when you land your opponent flat on their back.
Both men had success on the feet, Josh, but the difference here was that when things weren't going Steve Aimable's way, he did have that extra tool in the kit, and it's earned him the victory and the featherweight title here tonight.
Yeah, great wrestling, great explosiveness. He'll be very happy to rack up another win here. Of course, he retains the belt anyway, because Miguel Haro didn't make weight, but
okay,
sure
both
pretty happy with that
the
performance.
cage. Just when I thought our co-main event couldn't be toppled, we have just witnessed a full-on thriller. Give these athletes a massive round of applause, please.
What's the time? What time is it? Of what round? 2 rounds?
After 4 minutes, 31 seconds of our second round, your winner, Steve Aimable! Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes BCMMA for this year. Thank you so much for making it down. Thank you so much for tuning in, for putting on your computer monitors or tuning in on your smartphone. We look forward to catching up with you in an action-packed 2016. Go home, wrap some presents. We look forward to seeing you pretty soon. Thank you very much. You.